Hey guys, I thought I would do this video sitting here in front of the ocean because when I was a kid I used to look out over the ocean and just its vastness and the power of it just was a reminder to me of God's vastness and his incredible power. So I thought it would be nice to look at the ocean instead of my silly face. A couple people have asked me, how do I know that being a targeted individual is something that God's allowing or something that's happening to us that is spiritually related and the Lord is calling on us? Well, he sent me back to Genesis, and even though Genesis is probably the one chapter that I've read the most, because every time I sit down to read, it seems like I'll get through a chapter or two and then somehow abandon and go back to just being a lackadaisical Christian, if you will. But he showed me what he wanted me to tell you. And Genesis, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I lost it again. Okay, no. Okay, sorry about that. I had to find my page. Alright, so Genesis is chapter 45, verse 5. It's when Joseph, I don't know if you have read this or not, but Joseph is sold by his brothers into slavery into Egypt. He goes. So he meets back up with his brothers in Genesis chapter 5. Joseph tells his brothers, "And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you." And then again in Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." I'm sure you can interpret that for yourselves, what that might mean. And the crazy thing about, when I had, if you watch my first video, I had a vision. And God said directly, he spelled it out in the sand directly. It could not have gotten any more clear than it was. What he had written in the sand for me was, "He is risen. My son's coming. Do not be afraid. I have sent them." Okay? And then I found this in Exodus chapter 20, verse 20. Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid. God has come to test you, so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning." And if you watch any other targeted individuals which there are quite a few of us who seem to have come to the same conclusion as me, we've turned back to God. We stopped being lukewarm Christians and we started doing those things that he would have us do, trying to align our will with his. And I just thought it was really cool that it said right here, "Do not be afraid," because he did these things so to test us and so that the fear of God will be with us. And I tell you, I do fear the Lord's wrath. I'm not going to lie. Look at how powerful and mighty he is. Look at how vast that ocean is. And he is more vast than that. So don't let a sneaker wave knock you off your feet, guys. What I tell you is the truth. And if you pray on it, you will find that I am not lying. God loves us all, and he would love for all of us to come to him. And those of us whose heart he knows, and he knows that we are good, he is going to allow us to be tested. So just trust him, okay? Trust him that his will is perfect. That's all, brothers and sisters. I hope that you have a blessed day. And if you don't know the Lord, I hope that you seek him and find him, because he's waiting with open arms. Love you guys.